Jeez, man.
No, they didn't all get individual.
Why are you laughing?
It's not.
It's kind of funny.
What you said was funny.
Anyways, DNVR Broncos Live, coming to you from the DNVR Bar here on the corner of Colfax and York in beautiful Denver, Colorado. How are we doing, boys?
Beautiful. Did you guys consider last night beautiful? And let me set the scene for everyone that wasn't in Denver last night. Of course, I'm not talking about like a championship or a parade or anything. I'm talking about a crazy storm.
Yeah.
I mean, the rain was crazy, but the lightning and thunder was nuts.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of storms.
Yeah.
This one was like a little too much just because like people got injured and property
really?
was damaged. Yeah, did you not see the Red Rock stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that unfortunately takes some of the beauty out of it.
Yeah, that's
does.
true. Sitting inside though, it was really nice.
It was incredible. I actually was playing my Madden game in like the heat of the storm. And I was like, this is insane. Like I was asking the guy I was playing, I was like, can you hear this right now? Like it sounds like the whole building's about to come down.
Yeah.
So that was extra crazy. And I was really just nervous that like the power was going to go out and I was up like 35-0.
Oh man,
Going to lose my stats.
people would have thought you pulled the plug.
No, I was winning.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
They probably would have anyway.
This morning there was a car outside my building that like the front half of it was like it had just been on fire. Like it was just like burned to hell. Like the there was no windshield left. Like it was just like a little bit crumpled. Like there's no tires left. It was all like charred up. Like the steering wheel was like burnt off. There's just like everything inside was all burned up.
I don't think that's from the storm.
I don't think so either. But like, what else could it be?
Unless
could it be?
lightning
Lightning
hit
hit
it.
it?
Maybe because
Yeah.
I mean I don't even know. Like it's not something that's mobile. It was in 2-hour parking or overnight parking, so it's not like a tow truck would have dropped it there.
So you
Unless they
think it
want to
just-
get
It also
towed.
could have just burnt up. Like, it could have just caught on fire. The rain will not put it out.
Maybe, I guess. But that was the most confusing thing. Well, because I was just walking back from the
is.
gym and I was like, what the hell? There's something wrong with that car. And I was like, oh, there's a lot wrong with that car. It's messed up.
Hey, this
Yeah.
guy went to the gym this morning.
That's
How about
nice.
that?
Oh, yeah.
So I have played probably thousands of rounds of golf in my life. Mm-hmm. And yesterday on the golf course, I saw something I've never seen before.
Is it
Oh,
something with
shit.
Henry? What did he do?
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Do you want to share, Henry?
Well, so it's a par 5. And since I hit the ball so far,
He did. He was hitting bombs yesterday.
yeah,
Wow.
I was on the green in 2.
Wow.
So that means there's an eagle putt.
Yep.
I wound up with a double bogey.
Oh,
It was a
no.
5-putt 7.
He traveled 500 yards in 2 shots,
Yeah.
and then took 5 shots to travel another 10 yards.
Oh, no. So you were even a good lie when you got on the green?
So how it worked was there's 2 sides of the green. One is up here,
Okay.
big swale.
Ooh.
One is
Big,
down
big,
here.
big.
No.
His ball like rolled up on the swale and then ended up all the way down on the bottom. So he was complete opposite side of the green.
And the hole was on the top.
And the hole was on the
It
top.
sure was.
And right as he stood over his first putt, I wanted to like say something, but you never know.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to say something right before someone hits.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be like, Henry, all that matters here is getting over the hill.
I hit that thing so well, and the thing was, it was like kind of at an angle, so it's like over there and it's over here,
that
and the
makes it
hill's
tough.
like this,
Yeah.
so you had
and
to,
so I had to
like,
like kind of play the
Yeah,
angle,
yeah.
and so it just kind of like rolled along the top and then came back down.
Down.
And I
All
was
the way
thinking the
back
same
down.
thing. Well, and then the second one, it was straight on at least, but then I didn't hit it hard enough. Well, I hit hard enough to get up, but not hard enough to get anywhere near the hole. Like
Okay.
it got up, and then it was just
Yeah.
like, okay, it's up, and then
Probably had like what, 20 more feet to go.
exactly. And so then I was like, well, this one I'm hitting the hell out of.
Yep.
And I thought I was actually gonna make that one, but I was like, I'm not leaving this one short. Hit it like 10 feet by, missed that one, and then had a little tap in for a 5-putt.
Oh, my goodness.
Never seen that in my life.
You left all your muscles on the fairway.
Yeah, it was really embarrassing. It was a 7 with 5 putts.
Did you
on
beat
a par
him
5
on that hole?
Yes, and I was actually over the green in 2, and then duffed a chip, and then chipped, and then made a putt for.
I've never heard the word duffed before. Like
just
in
means, like,
golf and not.
You barely hit, like you
Okay.
didn't hit it far enough. It just
Okay,
like the
okay.
club slides under it.
Okay.
So I ended up making par
Wow.
on what wasn't a great hole for me.
I hope Henry was talking shit after the first 2 swings.
No,
No.
we're not really like that. We don't have that type of relationship
No.
on the golf
I'm
course.
not
you
much
guys are
of a
just
shit talker
supportive.
there.
Yeah.
You're not much of a shit talker?
Well, I'm not very good.
Oh, okay.
So maybe I would be.
So you know when to not do it. If you're not good,
Exactly.
smart, Henry.
It's just
Smart.
not the time.
We had a good laugh though. Like that's all I ever ask of anyone I play golf with. I don't care if you're the worst golfer in the world. If you can laugh at yourself for messing up, that you're good in my book. And Henry was the first person to laugh about his 5-putt double bogey. So
Instead
I'm
of
so
just
proud
being
for that.
miserable for the next 9 holes
Yeah,
because you had a
yeah.
bad hole.
I mean, I have friends who just like on the first tee, you're just like, please have
Right,
a good
right.
day, or else I can't have a good day.
yeah.
And I don't really play with them anymore.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah.
it's not worth
Understandable.
it.
Yep.
I have very low standards. It's like,
think-
I was on there in 2.
I think in the end, what did we determine? With handicaps, I beat you by 1.5.
Yeah.
So if you just
Handicaps, we love them.
How do you beat someone in golf by half?
well, because like handicaps are go to the decimal.
Oh, okay.
Like a whatever
okay.
0.7.
Right.
Yeah.
So if he
fair,
would have
fair.
just 3-putted,
Wow.
he would
Yeah.
beat me.
Damn.
Would have gotten the par.
Damn. So did Hank buy illegal pizza after? Was that the
No.
deal?
No deal.
Oh, okay.
We didn't make
Okay.
any deals.
Damn. You guys
Maybe
are maybe
next
too
time.
nice on the golf course.
Last time
It's
I
supposed to just it's not like a game of football, you know. It's like, yeah, I gotta go kick some ass out here. It's just like, no, I need something to do for a few hours.
No, I think most people approach the golf course like that, where they want something on the line. Maybe not every hole, but like over an entire round.
there are
There's
times
some
where
good
I want to
games.
bet on golf, and there are other times I just want to go play.
Yeah, just like it is a sunny
The
afternoon.
game is against yourself.
I
In
mean,
the end.
I
That's what
res-
makes it a beautiful thing.
I respect that, and I'm not that close to the game of golf, but I thought most of the time people put something on the line, whether it's a $7 burrito or $100 a hole.
I'd say most is probably fair.
Okay. Okay.
The thing about
But then there's so many like. So we played with Rusty and Gene yesterday. That's who we got paired up with.
Were a good time.
Rusty and Gene were a great time.
How old are we talking for Rusty and
60s?
Gene?
65.
Yeah, that's
65 is what he
guessed.
told me. He said he got new sunglasses because the old ones made him look like he was a 65-year-old man, which he is.
And so, what did these make him look like?
A rich 65.
Yeah, but like I don't think they were like competing. You know, you got to factor in like all the
Gene would
old
have won that bet.
Gene had a day.
Smoked his ass.
Gene, yeah. There was a moment where I was like, I just had another triple bogey. I wonder if Gene is beating me
She was down the middle every time.
every time.
Wow.
Aces with the putter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, last story from the golf course.
Yeah.
This one is actually a real change of tune.
Oh.
Crazy thing happened.
Yeah.
On the 18th hole, I walk up to the tee box. Rusty's already there. And he looks down at the tee box and he's just like, holy shit. He's like, I got to tell you a story.
Which is not a thing that usually happens on it. Like you're getting ready to go
Right.
like hit a
Yeah.
shot and he's just like, guys, bring it in. I got a story. It's like, oh, okay. Story time.
On the tee box, if you've played golf before, you've heard of martini tees.
Okay.
And they're basically like, instead of the little
Yeah.
top, they just
Yeah.
have like a bigger top.
Okay.
Like a martini glass.
Yeah.
Perfectly-
Makes sense.
Uh-huh.
In the tee box is a red martini tee.
And not just red, like big, ugly neon
red.
Bad,
Like-
bad look. Terrible.
Neon red.
And you normally don't see like a tee perfectly teed up just sitting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially those, because those ones are like slightly more expensive.
Sure,
So the people
sure.
that hit them try to find them.
Yeah.
Rusty's kind of tea.
And he looks at me and he's like, my friend passed away last week, but this is the only tee that he ever used.
Oh my God.
We always made fun of him for it.
Yeah, he's like, we
Yeah.
gave him constant shit for it. So on the 18th tee box, and he's like, the exact color, exact style, exact brand, everything, he used this tee.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like instant goosebumps moment.
Yeah,
like,
I'm getting
yeah.
them. Did
Yeah.
he get emotional?
Yeah, he teared up.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah, I bet.
A few
it was a
times.
moment. We had a moment.
Damn.
It was, yeah.
so-
I'm just not. Very cool. I had no idea what to do there.
Yeah, that's we just met you. Like I was like, do I go like give him a pat on the
Yeah,
back?
I know.
yeah.
It's like I usually don't touch strangers though. Like as a rule.
That's
Yeah.
a good rule to have.
Yeah.
Henry.
Yeah, I know. and
Really
I
good
Decided
rule.
to stay by it, but it's a.
Then I
Yeah.
made a 75-foot birdie putt.
Wow.
He did.
Whoa.
He did.
Damn.
It was pretty crazy.
It was crazy.
So you celebrated Rusty by just
I think
burying
I
him.
think his buddy was looking over me.
Yeah, it's really true.
helped
Did he
her.
look over Rusty that hole?
Oh, I
Good
mean,
hole.
Okay.
drive
He
180
used
right down the
tee.
middle.
He actually used the tee.
Wow,
that's
that's
Smoked
pretty cool.
his drive down the middle.
Did he break it?
No,
Damn. Did he
Yep.
take the tee?
he did.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
gift
That's
from
really
his
cool.
buddy, yeah.
Wow, we've had highs, lows, laughs,
Everything.
questionable
Pete's.
things, and
And illegal
15
Pete's.
minutes.
Illegal
We had
Pete's is
Pete's,
good.
too.
yeah.
I think I won it again 3 days in a row, maybe.
Whoa.
Oh,
that should be
you're
like a
wearing the
challenge.
shirt.
That's true. Rep for my peeps.
I wonder if they have a record.
Rep for your Pete's.
There you go.
I guess
Yeah.
the people who work there probably have eaten there. Somebody's eaten there like for 3 weeks straight, I bet.
All right.
Oh, longer than that.
Quick
More?
I
question.
would
Oh.
think, yeah.
Like if
Would
we're
you-
counting like a chips and queso, then
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Would you get a illegal Pete's tattoo if it meant free illegal Pete's?
Yeah. Their logo's sick.
Like for life?
It looks,
Oh, yeah.
10 years.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, that would pay itself. Wait, do you get free drinks too?
No,
What-
just food.
What's the size it has to be? Because like you can't just get like the tiniest.
It's just
one.
like
it
that.
can't be-
It's like right there, right
Across
on the
the
middle of your
chest.
chest,
It
It
that
has to
size.
be like that, and it has to be in a place where it can be. Can be seen with regular clothing, like
So-
a thigh,
Oh.
A
No,
forehead.
it can't be that big. This
No,
big
no,
on
no,
anywhere
no,
else.
No, not that.
You couldn't even fit it on your like
Yeah.
face. It's not even an option.
Let's say maybe the size.
How about like the size of this DNVR
Yeah.
logo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat.
So we're talking like 2 by 1.5.
Yeah, and I don't even have a tattoo
Inches.
yet.
Yeah.
But my thought was like
Inches,
if I
yeah.
have
Just
to
for
get
the
a,
podcast listeners.
if I have to get a big illegal Pete's tattoo, I'll just become a tattoo guy.
Oh.
You know, like if I had to get it like right here, I'll just get a sleeve and just call it a day.
I'm surprised you don't have a DNVR tattoo. Because
Or
there are
does he?
people out there that do.
There is not exactly a DNVR tattoo, but I have something in the works with that's DNVR adjacent.
Because the Nuggets won the title?
ALLCITY?
Well, it's also Nuggets adjacent, and I've been planning this for like, I don't know, a year and a half. I had Eric design it for me. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. So like little things keep getting me closer, like the Nuggets winning a championship, the Avs winning a championship.
So Eric's designing you a tattoo.
It's already designed.
Oh, and you're getting it.
Yes.
Wow. Do we have a date?
No.
Like soon?
I don't even know. Like, there's just a lot of things. Here's my biggest fear, and maybe like tattoo people can get me over this hump. We're so deep into this podcast. I'm such a perfectionist, and I'm just afraid that what if it's not perfect?
Like the person who does it, it's not
Yes.
perfect. Just get on a wait list for someone that's really good, and
That's
they
what I was-
literally take like a year.
My barber
what I was
tattooed himself. Well, actually, he got like somebody else did the outline, and so he just kind of like filled it in on his chest. Yeah.
That's crazy.
You just
Yeah.
looked like a 4-year-old coloring on yourself. Like,
don't know.
that's
Well,
what
I don't know.
imagine him
Is
like.
it like a
You ever have that feeling when you like, this actually hasn't happened to me in a long time because my barber's amazing, but like when you leave the barber shop and they just didn't cut your hair the way you want it and you have this like
100%.
sinking feeling.
Yep.
I'm so afraid that I'll just have that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah, that would be forever. I am starting to have that feeling. I'm getting my haircut next week, a week before my wedding, and I'm very worried
Yeah.
already about that.
Wait, do you have a go-to guy?
No.
Oh.
I used to DJ, but
Oh, right.
but now I'm sort of a last minute hair cutter.
It's an all-time moment on this podcast.
You gotta go to my barber.
I can't
You get
do it
along
the
great.
first time.
That's true.
You
You
gotta,
know?
you gotta go to my barber. It's way closer.
Isn't it
Right
just
across
like-
the street.
Well,
is it
as
catty
the
corner
only-
or kitty corner?
Kitty corner.
I say catty corner.
No way.
Yeah, see,
I don't think that's a thing. Wait, is that actually? Can you do both?
I don't
No,
know.
it's definitely one of them.
It's kitty corner.
I always just the kitty corner. You know, you just kind of mumble.
I
it
mean,
so
I
no
just
one
would-
questions
I just say
it.
across the street.
Exactly.
But
I
it's not
never.
across the street. It's like double across the street, which is catty corner or kitty corner.
Diagonally across
Yeah,
the street.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
I
you
just
could
think
say
that,
that.
sounds goofy.
That is the
Sounds
first time
like
I've ever said
something-
kitty corner. Yeah.
That's why-
That's twice now.
What is it? In the comment section, help us out here.
Well, Zach, as the only person that's been married and my barber did cut my hair, I recommend my barber too.
Oh.
So she does good work. She has trophies to prove it. So
My barber has trophies.
Barber, that just makes it, that seems like I'm not macho enough to go to a barber. You
go to a
know?
salon?
I just go to a hair cutter.
Wow.
Hair
Yeah.
cutter.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I used to go. We have to eventually talk about
We
the Broncos. I used to go to a barber that was like the full service kind of thing. Like you show up, they're like open the fridge, like grab
Yeah.
a beer, and that was cool.
Yeah.
Now my barber is like the most classic. Like I go in there and they're just like bumping tunes so loud that like you can't even really talk.
Wow.
So you just like get in the chair, dap them up, sit down,
Damn.
listen to some music for an hour, and then leave.
Oh man, I cross my fingers that I don't have to talk during a haircut.
You would love my
Oh.
barbershop.
You just close your eyes and enjoy it.
My
Yep.
barber shop's a party. Like we play Madden because he has that set up. He has like the MLB The Show, so He's just like, yeah, look through these. Like, I just made like 4 new stadiums last week, so I was like bored.
Is he playing Madden while he's cutting your hair?
No, I am.
Oh, okay, good.
But then,
good.
like,
You're playing Madden.
oh,
Wow.
it's sick.
Sometimes I take a nap.
There was a guy there last time who I'm actually not sure where he's from, but he has family who's from Russia and Ukraine. Like, his mom is half and half. And you think he was like a UFC fighter from Turkey because his son was there and his son speaks like Turkish. So he was giving me like the breakdown of like all of his cousins and stuff on both sides of the war and like,
dang,
I don't know.
that's
He had
wild.
some crazy takes. But the other thing, him and his company, they just bought in, I can't remember if it's Mississippi or Missouri, but it was like an old rundown prison and they turned it into a grow house.
Wow.
Yes, after he retired from the UFC, and I couldn't figure out his name. I wasn't gonna be like, so like, what weight were you? So I can Google you later. But yeah,
Is this an ad read for them?
I don't know what it's called.
Okay.
That's kind love. It's awesome.
We want to just call that a segment.
Should
Yeah,
we?
let's hit some
Yeah.
ads.
Yeah. That, I mean, that was honestly a
We
good
need a breaking
segment.
point.
We do need a breaking point. And speaking of which, before I dive into our wonderful partners, I did a very scary thing yesterday. I went on Spotify and Apple and read our
Oh.
recent
God.
reviews, and I'm not even gonna lie, I was nervous every
Yep.
time you'd scroll down and there's 2 more reviews. But for the most part, I just want to say thank you to everyone that listens to this podcast that left us positive reviews, way more positive reviews than negative reviews. But you read the negative ones and you're like, damn, that went right to my heart. But then you read like 10 positive ones and you're like, that's so cool how people view this show, how people view us, how we are in people's living rooms, in people's cars. People say it's, a must every single day. And so genuinely, I know we're very appreciative every day, but just want to say thank you to everyone that tunes in, because I know we don't hear from you often. We don't read those reviews often, but we really, really appreciate it.
I gotta say, I'm not trying to like pull anything here. I prefer when there's a negative review about me than a negative review about you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Like when someone has a negative review about me, I'm like, what an idiot. When someone has a negative review about you guys, I'm like, I want to fight you.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say like, yeah, they have a point.
Yeah, good point.
No,
good point.
no. I'm just like, it's on site if I see you.
You know what I didn't really notice? I didn't notice a negative review that had all 3 of us in it. I think there was equal amounts, and when I say equal amounts, I mean like one about each of us. One person didn't like you, one person didn't like me, one person didn't like
Well,
Henry.
damn.
I know.
It
I'm
means
like,
we're 66% at worst.
right,
Wow,
there we go.
that's true.
Damn, if we're playing baseball, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
If this was a
Exactly.
Rockies
Hall of
podcast, that'd be
Famers.
sick.
Or actually, just Russell Wilson's completion percentage. There's a
there we
Broncos
go.
mention before we
There
even
we go.
get
All right.
There we
into
go.
the ad reads. Henry, why don't you tell us about Manscaped?
Yeah, that's how you shave yourself. They've got a whole bunch of awesome deals. Well, I guess Father's Day is over. So, I don't know. I guess if you want your dad to get rid of some of his hair, you can still just get it for him. Like, what's worst case scenario? You're out like $40 or whatever for whatever you want from over there. Whether it's the Lawnmower 4.0, which is really cool. It has like a bunch of different, I think they're called like guards or something. So it changes the length is the point. So you can pick whatever length you want. It's fully waterproof, which can come in handy. It charges with like magnets or something that I don't understand. So you just like put it in the thing and bang,
It's
all of
really
a sudden.
cool.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
I don't either.
And I guess if you want waterproof, it makes sense to do it that way. Because otherwise you got to put like a thing that could get shocked or whatever. in
Right.
there.
Yeah, that would
I don't
hurt.
know. I'm still not the expert. But if you want the Performance Package 4.0, then you can get that Lawnmower 4.0 with a bunch of other things that come with it, including the Performance Boxers, including the T-shirt, including a bunch of the formulations like the Crop Preserver, which is really important in the summer because you don't want to get sweaty down there because that's no fun. You really don't want that. So there's a whole bunch of things that come with it, including that Lawnmower 4.0, which is really, really awesome. 4000K LED spotlight, which sounds sick. Also, the Weed Whacker 2.0, which is for basically anything you gotta like shove something into, like your nose or your ear. It's the best nose hair trimmer on the market. Perfect gift for your pops. He has nose and ear hair, probably. So get on over to manscaped.com. Use the code DNVR and you can get 20% off with free shipping. And don't forget that you came from your dad's balls. So show your original home some love with Manscaped.
Oh my God. I don't even know how to transition other than telling you have to get a sign from Saturday Neon. Maybe
yes.
from your pop, maybe put it in your original home, not your dad's balls, but just the home that you grew up in.
Maybe put it in your bathroom so you have better lighting when you're using the
Damn.
It's
balls.
4,000K LED spotlight.
That's true.
Spotlight.
It's a really good call. What would it? You could get one that says your balls will thank you.
You can.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And Saturday Neon, the really cool thing, we always talk about how they have college teams, and you can represent your college in your man cave, your bathroom if you want, your bedroom. Outside is a really cool place to put these. But you can also get ones that have sayings on them. And in fact, they specialize in ones for weddings. I just got mine in the mail this past week that we're going to have at our wedding. Neon sign has a little phrase on it.
What phrase?
And,
Live, laugh, love?
Zach.
It's not that one. It's not that one. It's gonna be a little surprise.
It's okay. All right.
Oh, I think I'm seeing it on their website now, but also right now they have a lot of them on sale.
You got it
now.
from Saturday Neon?
Saturday
That's
Neon.
sick.
Yeah,
Wow.
it is sick, and these things are awesome. So you want to check them out. I mean, they have so many different sayings, whether it's for a wedding, an event, you just want to have it. I think we're going to take this one after our wedding, put it downstairs in kind of our
Man cave.
Yeah, this
As
isn't
soon
going
as
to
you
be in
put
our
that
man
there, it
cave.
is. Yep.
Yeah.
Vidi Vidi Vici.
Yeah, see, for a man
Oh.
cave, this really wouldn't work in a man cave.
Oh,
there you go.
Wow. Speaking of tattoos, we're blending everything together. So if you want to get in on some Saturday Neon for yourself, for your dad, for a gift for someone, use that promo code DNVR to get 10% off over at Saturday Neon. That's code DNVR, and I can vouch by their products. It is awesome. So check them out, Saturday Neon. Use that code DNVR to get 10% off.
It says,
If you guess it, I'll tell you.
love like no one is watching.
Damn,
Oh,
that's really
wow.
good. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
smart.
It in the bedroom.
Oh,
Whoa. Shout out Manscaped.
It's true.
someone had a good question. They said, do you ever get anything constructive from the reviews?
No.
So rarely.
Yeah.
No.
Honestly, the reviews are not trying to pump our tires, but like 95%, this show's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
5%, these guys are the dumbest idiots in the world.
yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
them.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like,
like, I thought you were supposed to talk Broncos here. They don't even talk about the. It's like, well, that's kind of the point.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, we talk a lot of Broncos,
we
but
talk a lot of Broncos.
When there's the time for it.
right.
And also, I think people that are tuning in on June 22nd enjoy us, and they also enjoy the Broncos, and they enjoy us talking Broncos. But I think they are tuning in for not 1 hour full of just pure Broncos talk. It's more so because they like us enough, or they hate us enough that they want to listen to us because they hate us.
I'm trying to imagine as a consumer, like one of my team. I guess if I were to tune into a Avs podcast right now, what would I be expecting?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It 5 hours a week of nothing but just pure Avs talk,
And if
where
we
there's
did
no
that
jokes or fun.
to appease the people who don't like when we go off topic, we would alienate
Right.
those people that you mentioned that just enjoy coming to hang out.
And
Right.
it's tough to believe anybody would enjoy us talking about, like, oh, the assistant defensive line coach. I don't know. Was it the right hire? Seems
Yeah.
like it might have been. I don't know.
Right.
He's the guy. Like,
Yeah.
that's what would have to happen if you're doing it for 5 full freaking hours of just Broncos.
It's very true. But we do have Broncos
We do
talk
have Broncos talk
today.
today.
And really quick, before we jump into that,
God.
no. This is awesome.
This is like one of those songs where the beat never drops.
It's, I'm about to drop it with this right here.
Oh,
really?
We have a new TikTok channel, which I think might be one of the coolest pieces of content that we're going to put out. It's DNVR_clips. Go give it a follow on TikTok, because we're going to be putting out clips of this Broncos show on a daily basis, of the Buff show, of Avs, Rockies, Nuggets. Every single show is going to be on there. And it's not just going to be clips of what we talk about for 60 seconds in this clip. It's going to be so cool. We have an awesome, one of the most super talented guy, Nick, who
Yes.
joined our staff
What's his last
just
name?
a month ago. Ruschetti.
There we go.
Did I get it? No, it's not.
You gave one of these.
Well, okay, he messed it up before the show. He said it's like
He did.
spaghetti with an R. And so I was like,
Rigetti?
Rigetti. And he's like, well, no, it's not actually really like that. It's a little different. And so now I just
Yeah.
can't get
How
it.
do you pronounce it?
Rossetti.
Rossetti.
Rossetti. And then Zach
Spaghetti.
said, is that Italian? Which, of course, and
What else would it be?
and
Well,
he
at
said,
least I nailed it.
Well, he said, well, I don't know, it could have been German or something.
I guess it could have.
those German Rossettis.
Zach's out here saying, "Is that Serbian?" It's Serbian to me.
But anyways, Nick, super talented. He's kind of leading the charge on this, so you're going to want to follow it. DNVR_clips, especially if you're not someone that tunes in every single day and you
True.
kind of just want to get caught up on something we talk about. And also, if you just want entertainment, it's really good. So check him out, DNVR_clips. Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. I actually agreed to go fly fishing yesterday.
With Russ? Or
No.
like,
You know what he should really be calling it? Restoration.
oh, now
shit.
that would be good. Or would it be too bad?
No, it's good. Well, maybe
You don't think
if
people
I
would
start
ask?
it, it's
Right,
cool.
right,
If he
right.
starts it, it's probably uncool.
Yeah, 100%.
So Russ is back up to his old tricks.
Appears so. Yep.
Yeah, showing himself working out, doing that thing that my mom used to do in the basement.
Yeah.
With like the special sliding socks.
Yeah.
You slide back and
Wow.
forth.
Yep.
And someone on Twitter said Broncos going to be the best figure skating team in the AFC West.
It's pretty
Which is
good.
hilarious.
A lot of great hidden replies.
But Russ wants everyone to know that he is on the grind.
Yep.
And I guess that's better than on vacation or off the grind.
He's going to get roasted for whatever he does
He is.
because of
Yeah.
how last season. Well, one, because of just who Russell Wilson is. People already like to kind of poke fun at him. And then the Let's Ride thing last year blew up. And remember, that blew up before he even had a snap with the Broncos. And then things went wrong. And then it was just even easier to pick on him. So, Ryan, I mean, you're right. Would you rather see Russ just posting him on vacation? Would you rather see Russ just posting videos of himself laying on the couch? Or would you rather see Russ posting videos of himself working his ass off? I mean, you can laugh at some of the things he's doing, which I think everyone kind of laughed at, and there's definitely memes and jokes being made of him. But then he's also just busting his butt, working out. Should we actually watch it really quick? So he posted this
Let's do
to
it.
all socials, and I think the only thing with it was hashtag Restoration SZN season.
Restoration season.
Let's take a look at it.
All
Okay,
right.
here we go. So this is what Ryan was talking about.
That looks fun.
It looks fun, yeah. That looks hard.
That looks like it helps with golf.
Yep. Or that looks like it's gonna crush your abs.
Oh,
Like
I
you're-
was thinking more like my groin.
Well, if you hit the thing,
Love the football being involved here.
I do too. It's definitely not needed, but it's a great addition. Oh, he's helping his grip, so it actually does help. This
High
one
and tight, baby.
is it? Yeah, you're right. Is this when he's breaking tackles?
Yeah.
That's
good-
like
good
Melvin
little
Gordon
jump
should have
rope.
been doing that. one
Really
more
shows how
often.
slim he is. In
Yeah,
that, in the
it
jump
really
rope
does.
scene.
It really
Think it's
does.
edited?
Oh,
No.
damn. No,
Ooh.
because we saw him in person. We
Yeah.
saw him in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he looks good. So when I saw this, the very first reaction is what you said, Ryan. Ah, Russ is back. This again. We're getting this Russ again. And then the second thing I thought of is hashtag restoration season going to be a thing. Does he want that to be a thing? Are we going to see that next week? Are we going to see that 6 times before training camp starts? After a good week 1, is he going to post a highlight video? And the caption is hashtag restoration season. I hope not.
I hope not, too.
I really hope that this was just a one-time thing. And if he posts a couple of more workout videos this offseason, I'm totally okay with that. Let's just say like on the grind or something, or working out. Let's not use restoration season again, because Russ, that's just going to get you killed if things go wrong again.
Yeah.
I like a catchphrase.
Oh no!
Like I know it's.
Do you remember the past
Oh
year?
yeah, it's a terrible idea. But I don't know. It would be kind of fun if he really does just run it back and just say like, "Yep, this Let's Ride was last year. Restoration season. Let's go." I don't know. It'd be a fun little side plot. It'd be hilarious at the very least.
So if he's good next year, is it going to be hashtag repaired?
Oh,
Restored. Order is
Restored.
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 Wow.
If he's really
Oh.
good, it would be awesome if he did something even cornier, like the most corny thing he's ever done after winning MVP. If he did restored or something.
Maybe we should draft hashtags that Russ is going to use in his Instagram posts.
No.
Yes, I really want that now. Like, you guys have to get really creative with these.
Oh man, Ryan will probably win.
Resurrection.
Wow, that sounds like it.
That's a more.
Sounds like something
Somebody
Sierra
else
would
might
like.
have a better claim to that one.
Just takes me back to that video. What's
Resurrection.
up,
In bed.
Seattle?
Oh man, Russ is the gift that keeps on giving, whether he's good, whether he's bad, especially when you're talking about resurrection.
Oh
Resurrection.
my god.
Yeah, that does sound bad.
Yeah.
As long as he's healthy, you know.
And by the way, that was given to someone in the comment section. We didn't just come up with that.
Yeah, restoration. I already said that one.
Yeah.
Shout out
Restoration.
Angel Team.
So hashtag no, drop it. Like let's not make it a thing.
Russ needs to take a little break from making things.
I will say he did. There have been far fewer of these posts.
Yes.
100%.
Like, and that, I don't know. Of course, that was going to be the case, but it is.
You know what?
Good on him for recognizing you don't need to post these every day now.
Agreed.
You know what my ultimate spin is here?
Wow.
I don't even
no.
know if this is spin. I appreciate the fact that Russ understands that there is a restoration that needs to happen.
That's very true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, as far as self-awareness goes, I don't think we rank him high on the self-awareness list.
Nope.
But to acknowledge and be aware of the fact that last season was unacceptable, which I don't know how you couldn't be, but of all the people we might have said, like, hopefully Russ understands that there needs to be a big changes made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's clear that he did. He reflected on this season and said, that's certainly not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be the laughingstock of the NFL anymore. I need to make some changes so that I can restore what is mine and get back to the player that the Broncos expected to get when they traded for me.
Yeah, 100%. And that's honestly where the first step, right? Is realizing what happened last year wasn't good enough. And then he doesn't have to change everything about himself, but in probably many different parts of his life, he does need to tweak some things. And we saw that clearly with the way his body is. Last year, it's not that Russ didn't work out and then he got fat. I think it was an intentional thing of Russ to say, I want to be more of a pocket passer. Nathaniel Hackett agrees with me. I can be more of a pocket passer, so let me put on some weight. So I actually think the weight he had was healthy weight. It wasn't him just not working out, but he said that didn't work. So I'm going to go back to the Russ that I was. I'm going to lose some weight. Boom. He did that. I'm sure he's doing some different things. I'm sure he's not viewing himself as a pure pocket passer anymore, and I'm sure Sean Payton's pushing him that way to say, no. Last year as a pure pocket passer, that did not work. Those 10 to 12 years more that you want to play, we're not focused on that. We're focused on you playing in 2024, and you have to earn that in 2023.
Yeah, he really has to earn it. And I don't know. I still don't know what I would do with Russ. Because, I mean, he wasn't good under center. And he wasn't good when he had to turn his back to what was happening downfield. But you always think of him as like the, I don't know, fake the handoff, roll
Escape
out,
artist.
hit somebody. Yeah. But do you just go back to the shotgun, which is what he always said he liked, but the numbers said he wasn't as good at? And I have no idea what I would do if I was in charge of playing Russell Wilson.
In my opinion, it all starts with the running game, which we've talked about a lot.
Yeah.
And you have to make the threat of the running game enough of a threat so that when you get him out on the bootleg, it works. Mm-hmm. It worked in week 1. Getting out and using the boot worked in week 1, and it was successful. And then teams just decided, okay, let's take that away. And so they just took away the bootleg the rest of the season, and the Broncos didn't have any answers for that. So you have to make those edges, try to crash the run, and then you can get him out, because getting him out where there's big, wide open passing lanes where he can look all the way down the field, he can look if there's something underneath, he can be really good in that. So to
Then
me,
he can run too.
Right, exactly. So to me, yeah, you got to take care of. You got to lean towards under center more than you're leaning towards shotgun.
And he had one play during camp when he looked fast. And I really wish that I could share more about, like, you know, who he outran to the edge. And it wasn't somebody who you'd be like, oh, no way, he outran that guy. But it was somebody who you're like, okay, well, we'll tuck that away. When we're comparing who's faster on the team, notable.
Am I allowed to guess again since I wasn't there?
You
Throw out
weren't
some
there.
names.
I mean, I think guessing's okay.
Jonathan Cooper.
I can't answer.
Is it good if he just ends there, though?
I wouldn't.
Oh, you wouldn't.
Oh,
Okay.
You can say no,
Can I say no? But then if I don't say no to one, that's an implied yes.
but implied yes isn't a yes.
I think it implies it's a yes.
That was my only.
I would have
guess.
guessed you were on the right path for like an
Baron
outside
Browning?
linebacker. No, he wasn't
He
out
doesn't
there. I can
have a
definitely tell you
meniscus.
no on that one.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that was harsh.
Well, I
Doesn't
mean,
have a
okay,
meniscus.
maybe he does now.
I don't know.
No.
You'd be impressed though, I guess.
Alex Singleton.
No.
Probably a little faster. Be my guess. I actually don't know what Henry's
Yeah.
talking about here, so I can also participate in guessing.
Yeah, I forget who I
Drew
was standing with.
Sanders.
No.
That would be good.
Could you
That would have been
imagine?
a good one. Yeah.
Put Russ at receiver.
Wow. Very true.
Faster than Marquez
Punt
Callaway.
returner. Punt returner.
Yeah, put him at
Ah,
punt
it's
returner.
very true. It's
Wow.
very true. Like Lamar Jackson, right?
I was thinking
You
about
mentioned
this.
him yesterday.
If the Ravens' season was on the line, and there's like 14 seconds left in the game, and they're returning a punt, they should put Lamar Jackson back there.
You saying that
Yep.
with the season on the line?
He's
so
he's their best
So
athlete.
it's like you're down by 4 and
Yeah.
there's
12 seconds left in a
12
playoff
seconds.
game.
They aren't kicking it in bounds. You know, for some the wind from both sides is pushing inward.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no way you can
It's a
punt out of bounds.
swirling wind. You don't know
Swirling
which
wind.
way to kick it.
You know that you're gonna get a chance to return it.
that
yeah.
would be so electric.
It would be. Oh, you know what else would be electric? If week 1, the opening at home, the Raiders go out there, you stop them, they punt, and Pat Surtain runs onto the field.
gosh.
I mean, I know, bad idea, whatever. Imagine how electric that
It
would
would
be.
Crowd would love it.
It
It would be
until
electric.
they hated it.
Yeah. It would be electric. And speaking of putting Pat Surtain as back at returner, yesterday we put out our pod poll. 10% said Pat Surtain should be the full-time punt returner for the Broncos. Ryan's shaking. 22% said yes, he should be a part-time returner only for the Broncos. 36% said he should be the punt returner only in emergencies. And 32% no, he should never be the punt returner.
Only in emergencies? Is that like what I was talking about? Is that an emergency? The game's on the line?
Yeah, I think emergency, yes, games on the line, but not just
Or
once
injuries,
a year. I
yeah.
think it could be 4 times a year, something like that.
Okay. So most people are with me on this.
That'd be a good, like,
Most people are with you on this. 32% of people are. Oh, wait, you had any emergencies
Oh.
too?
I
You
mean,
did.
Yesterday you didn't.
yeah.
what I'm saying is, in general, people don't think he should be returning punts.
Part-time or more, 32% of people do. You had no, never 32% of people. Kind of interesting. That's actually,
Yeah.
it's more
It's
people
very
than I
split.
thought. But you're right. I mean, 32% of people when there's 4 different things is pretty heavy.
You could also do one that's like, if the Broncos force 40 punts this year, how many of those punts should Pat be returning? Like 40,
right,
20 to
right,
39,
right.
like 10 to,
1 to 10, 0.
I guess 0 should definitely be an option. But yeah.
Yeah.
That'd
I
be
would just
another
like
way.
people to know that how close, like people that only want Broncos talk, how close talking about who's going to return punts is to just like talking about our golf round yesterday.
Long
It's very
snapper
true.
competition.
Okay, I have one more question about Russ pertaining to this post before we dive into some numbers. Do you think that Sean Payton saw this and said no? Or do you think Sean Payton doesn't care? Because why I ask is Russ dropped this the weekend that summer break started for the Broncos. It's kind of like you get away from your teachers
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, I'm a little free. I don't have to see my teacher for 8 weeks now. Russ, summer break started last Thursday. He drops this on a Sunday, and we've heard Sean Payton talk about what is it? What we're gonna be working in silence this offseason. We're going to be what is it called? Anonymous donors. In terms of putting work in.
Anonymous donors,
Yes, he
I
said
love that.
during his opening press conference. And then
That's
he
a
told the
banger.
fans, he said, just know we're going to be working, but we're not going to be showing it. So
And then
he
he
has mentioned it
immediately
a couple of times. And now he did mention all of those things, months ago. But still, he was talking about the entire offseason. And then 3 days after summer break starts, Russ puts this out.
Maybe Russ with a pre-workout is like me after drinking. I'm just like, I'm sending the tweet. Like sometimes I run it by Allie. I'm like, hey, Nick Wright congratulated the Nuggets on winning the championship. What do you think about me quote tweeting and just saying shut the fuck up? And she's like, yeah, fine, go ahead. But other times I'm just like,
Did you do that?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm sure it blew up.
Yeah, it's got like
Yeah.
1,000 likes.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Other times I just like go into the corner of the bar and I'm just watch this. And then I walk back to the table. I'm like, look what I tweeted. And everyone's like, no. So that's what probably Russ. He's like fired up on niacin and shit. And he's just like, I'm sending this.
Yeah. I don't think Sean Payton cares. I think if Russ does like 2 more of these before Monday, then I think Sean's gonna be like, oh my God, please stop with this. But I think with one, it's like, I mean, NFL players post their workouts. It's just what they do.
Has anyone else on the Broncos? Just to be fair, I truly don't know.
I don't spend
Not
enough
that
time
I've
on
seen.
Instagram.
That's fair. I
I'd
think
imagine like Jerry will. Cortland and Tim Patrick will, I bet.
Jerry hasn't posted any like beach sand route workouts
Not yet.
this year.
I think
though.
he will.
Okay.
I think over the summer is
Okay.
when.
Well, we'll keep our eye on that.
Yeah.
If
I
your
think
coach
this is.
tells you like don't post your workouts, don't you just not do it?
Yeah.
I don't think he said that though.
Yeah, I don't think he specifically said that, but if your coach
Okay.
kind of implies it enough, I don't think you do. And I agree with you. I just think it's something. Russ has a brand beyond just football. I mean, he has like 7 brands. You know, the 3 brand, Good Man brand, so many different things that is beyond football, and he doesn't want to completely lose that. So I get him still posting things. He really, credit to him, he has taken a massive step back on doing that. But I do think that Sean is probably just like, come on, man.
The crazy thing is that I'm very confident that Sean Payton saw it,
Yes.
which you can't say
definitely.
about all coaches.
That's very true. It's a really good point.
I heard a story recently about him like calling someone out for their tweets in public.
Ooh, like a player?
No, like a media member.
Ooh, in Denver?
Yeah.
Oh.
I honestly can't remember the story. It's a little fuzzy.
I hope you remember right after.
Let's see. So
oh,
it's a little
that's fair.
fuzzy. Did it happen at the parade? Did it happen after the Nuggets won?
There's a lot of fuzzy days.
There's a lot of fuzzy days.
In a good way.
Yesterday, I had a drink on the golf course. It was the first drink I had since the parade.
Damn. So 6 days. That is impressive. Henry, was that your first drink since the parade too?
I wasn't drinking.
Damn.
I don't-
I
Henry's
don't
really
need
stuck
it.
by it.
Like I had plenty. I had plenty.
Oh yeah.
Every
Drank enough
other
for
day.
a lifetime during that run.
Yeah, basically until next April. Like there'll be like, I don't know, going to the Rockies game Saturday night.
Yep.
I might grab a beer for that.
Oh, you're gonna grab a beer?
I don't, but like, I don't have any interest. Like it has become not all that like there was one day in particular where I woke up the next day and was like, I just spent like $85 and now I just hurt.
It's true.
And that was like, once again, I was just like, okay, I mean,
Borderline
it was
masochism.
kind of fun at the time. Exactly. It's just like, what am I kind of doing here? So I don't know. I just don't have interest.
You know what you're going to have interest in on Saturday night, the Rockies game?
Not the Rockies.
Shady Rays. That's right. Not the Rockies, but Shady Rays. You want a couple of pairs of sunglasses. Use the code DNVR to get 50% off 2 or more pairs of sunglasses. This is great. If you need to redo your sunglasses wardrobe, you need a couple of new pairs. You want to fill that new box with a few new pairs, 50% off for you. You want to buy a gift for someone and then get pretty much BOGO and get yourself one, 50% off both pairs over at Shady Rays. Use that code DNVR. And Shady Rays, always polarized. They have so many different styles, so you can get a pair for your mom and you, and they've got it all over at Shady Rays. Your niece and you, they've got it over at Shady Rays. So check them out. And they are not just giving you 50% off, but they're a great company. They're going to give you free returns or a new pair within 30 days. So there's no risk when you shop. No risk and 50% off. Use that code DNVR over at shadyrays.com for 2 pairs, or for 50% off 2 pairs of polarized sunglasses.
Always polarized, never polarizing.
Damn, what a great
Wow.
slogan. That's not theirs.
They
You
should-
just- You
they
just
can
made
have
it
it.
theirs.
They can
That's
have it.
impressive.
They give me free sunglasses. They get a free slogan.
That's very true.
Otani isn't pitching.
Oh, that's good.
Dang.
Oh, and that's bad.
I mean, I don't.
Do you know he leads the Angels in all hitting categories and all pitching categories?
that is insane.
He's pretty good.
Insane.
He's worth like $75 million a year, isn't he?
I
would
have
guess,
no idea.
yeah.
I mean,
like if you do both those things,
Is he the most
45
he's
plus
worth
30,
more
like-
than that. Like,
Is he the most valuable person in the Big Four sports?
no,
Tough with quarterback?
no, because the brand of baseball can't get big enough. It does help that he's popular in multiple countries.
Okay, no. I don't mean valuable in terms of money.
Okay.
Value in terms of value to your team.
Still no.
Quarterback?
Yeah, every quarterback would be more valuable. Jokic is more valuable. But he's incredible. And honestly, that thing where he's leading all the stat categories is like more impressive than Jokic leading points, rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks for the Nuggets.
Yeah, it's true. It's crazy, and I agree with you. He can't touch the ball on every play.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right now, they think they're saying it's going to be a 12-year deal worth $600 million, so 50.
It's pretty good. Seems like a steal though.
It does.
For whoever gets
I don't
him
know.
for
I'm
that.
sure there's somebody who has like, Fangraphs. Value of the last 1.5 seasons has been $98 million. So that's 1.5. So that's
Insane.
that times 3 over.
Absolutely insane.
2/3.
Speaking of big money, if you're unfortunately caught in a terrible accident, whether it's auto, pedestrian, rideshare, anything like that, you're going to call our friends over at Backus and Schenker 222-2222, where they have got their clients massive amounts of money since they've been around. Over $1 billion they've won their clients. And the huge thing is, you don't have to pay them until they win that money for you. Free consultation when you call them at 222-2222 or check them out at coloradolaw.net. Free when they're working on your case. You only pay them when they win for you. So it's really a win-win for you. So if you're caught in any sort of accident, give our friends a call over at 222-2222 or check out Backus and Schenker over at coloradolaw.net.
What if Ohtani just gets like a little bit reckless, or he's bored, like he's just walking around town because he's not pitching while he's here,
Jeez.
gets hit by a truck right in the arm,
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
can no longer pitch, can no longer swing a baseball bat?
He should call back and Schenker.
Yeah,
Could he get $300 million?
easily.
Oh, so much more.
Yeah, I mean,
Really?
yeah, because you just get like probably your lost earnings plus pain and suffering.
Wow.
So, and he can even say like,
Yeah,
look,
lost
I have
earnings.
metrics that say I was worth $63 million last year.
Yeah, for a
And I have
year.
another 12, 15 years
Oh my
left. That's what
gosh.
I'm worth.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Damn, then he would put like public transportation in Denver out of business.
that's what I was gonna say. I
Wow.
never understand like how do you actually pay that?
right.
Oh, taxes.
well, there
Whose
would
taxes?
there'd be an insurance company.
Oh, well, I guess it would be the insurance
Yeah,
company. Yeah.
yeah.
But if it's owned by the city,
Then the city's premium
This
would
is
go
probably like a
unless
so
$1 billion
high.
thing.
yeah.
Wow.
But I mean, I'm sure like it's like your own. I'm sure first of all that the insurance for a bus is different than for a car. But like if you're negligent or like
Yeah.
I don't know, then sometimes it won't cover it.
We're not educated enough
Yeah,
to dive
yeah.
into this.
Oh,
That's
we
why
can
you call.
speculate,
That's why
though.
you call 222-2222 because they are educated about it. Henry, you're throwing out some Ohtani numbers at us. Let me throw out some Russ numbers for you for what a restoration season could look like, and let's dive into our game. Take it or leave it
Oh,
for
we're playing a
these.
game?
And
Ooh.
last time we played this game,
Love
I kind of
games.
pulled stuff out of my tush for numbers.
Oh, boy.
I did not do that with these. These have legitimate backing to them, which I'll explain after we look at these numbers. So I'm going to throw individual stats out to you for Russell Wilson, and you tell me if you're going to take these or leave these.
Okay.
24 passing touchdowns.
Leave.
Leave. Wow. Okay, that was quick. Henry?
I mean, I'm confident he gets to 20. So I'll take my chances that there's like a big year. So I'll leave it.
He had 16 last year.
Yeah,
and you
it
guys are
was-
both leaving 8 on the table.
That would 8 would have done nothing.
Okay. No, I understand. I'm just
yeah.
showing you the other side. Okay, so you're leaving it. Next one, 11 interceptions.
What did he have last year?
11.
Leave.
Leaving it. Okay.
I'll leave that also.
Okay.
Again, because I don't think he's gonna
getting
have more
greedy.
than 14, and I don't think he's gonna have 14 either. But like, I think it's impossible. And if I wind up with 3 more interceptions and take the chance, that it's like,
Sure. I mean,
5.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's fair. I
I'll
mean,
go for it.
2 years ago he had 6 interceptions.
Yeah.
So this is almost doubling it. So I
Yeah.
totally see your reasoning. Okay, let's pull up another one here. Let's go yards. 3,875 passing yards for Russell Wilson.
I can take that.
I will also.
Especially because I'm thinking like a little under 4,000 yards, but 25 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That's a great season.
And 3,800 yards, you're probably getting a decent amount of rushing touchdowns. You're setting your
That's
team
what I
up
was
for
thinking,
enough
too.
success.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the first one we're taking. Let's get another one up here. 63.2% completion.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take that. I don't think you're getting higher than 66. And that's a good number. Over 60 is going to get you places.
Was he under 60 last year?
I believe 58%, right?
They thought it was 59. It could be 58.
Yeah, 58, 59.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. 63, you can do well enough with that.
Yep. 3 games into the Madden season, Justin Herbert's completing 77% of his passes.
Yeah, you can thank me
Wow.
for that. I think he had one incompletion against me.
Big
and it was
Justin
it was a
Herbert guy.
throwaway.
He did. I
And
think
then
he
right
did.
after, you're like, damn, I shouldn't have thrown it away.
I gave up like
Yeah.
280 yards to DK Metcalf.
Just to
That's-
DK?
Yeah.
Like he's a
And
wide
you have
receiver.
like a good secondary.
Fast, too.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's tough. That
It
is
was
yeah.
embarrassing.
I like what you said there, Hank, though. Ryan, big Justin Herbert guy.
He is a big
Yeah.
Justin
In
Herbert
Madden,
guy.
I am. Yeah.
77%, yeah.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
How many wins would the Broncos have this year if they had Justin Herbert?
Ooh. Thing is,
12.
I just feel
12,
bad
yeah.
for Justin Herbert
Uh-huh.
because he's just stuck forever as
Yeah,
long
so
as
you
he
don't-
stays a Charger.
You don't hate
Wow.
him as a person or a player. You just don't like him where he's at.
Well, and the other thing is I just don't like the hype around him. Because people keep thinking like, oh, he's good and that matters. No, it doesn't. He's a Charger.
Damn. But so you can't be good and a Charger.
You can be good in a Charger. That's
It
what
just-
he is.
it just brings you
It just
down.
doesn't matter.
What
yeah.
if the Broncos...
It's
what-
like Barry Sanders on the Lions. It just makes no difference.
Yeah, it's
What if there was
fair.
like a 1-year swap and the Chargers get to take, let's say, Russ, Surtain, Justin Simmons, Broncos get Herbert. The Broncos wind up with more wins
Than the Chargers?
than,
Or
than
than
they would with
yeah,
all
they
those-
would. They would. Quarterback's
Still?
just so important.
Take out Jerry, too.
Unbelievable.
How far
I
do you
don't
have to
wanna talk
get?
about
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Let me throw out some more numbers. Okay. Yeah, here, let's just roll through these 3 rushing touchdowns for Russ.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. What about 322 rushing yards?
Take
for
that
Russ?
as well.
Okay. That'd be up from last year as well. Henry,
Yeah,
you taking either of
that's
those?
fine. You can't expect him to be running like he used to.
And then 16 games played.
Absolutely.
You taking that? So he
Yes.
misses one. Even though before 2 years ago he never missed a game. So
Yeah,
he's
but
missing one game.
I'll take
He's
if
old.
you offer me 16 games for any player in the NFL, I take it.
Yep.
That's very true. I completely agree. Okay, so now, what if we just put all of these numbers together? You guys took some of them, you left some of them. So 3,800 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, 11 picks, 63% completion, 322 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns, 16 games played. So we're talking about over 4,100 total yards. We're talking about 27 touchdowns and 11 interceptions.
Order is not restored.
I think, yeah.
The 24 to 11 simply isn't good enough.
I think
27 to 11 with the rushing?
That doesn't count.
Okay.
9 and 8 and missing the playoffs.
'Cause you
is
also
that
would have had to
stat line.
include
So I've got to
fumbles.
say no.
If you're going to include rushing touchdowns in the stat, then you have to include fumbles too, which you assume he has a couple.
Yeah, you would think so.
Well,
Yeah,
he was
no, that's
just
fair.
doing the hand. He was holding the ball.
That's really good.
No
In every
fumbles this
single
year.
drill, right?
He has
yeah.
huge hands. We know this.
That's
Oh, he does.
that's a really good point. Okay, so I told you I didn't just make those numbers up. I was
Yep.
never going to make up 3,875 yards. Those come from ESPN's Mike Clay, and every year for a long time, he's put together an insane number of numbers. Like he predicts every single player's stats on every single team and then ranks them. And these were Russell Wilson's stats that he had for this year. And actually, they're respectful to Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
This is a bounce back season to some extent. This is a restoration season to some extent. And in terms of the way it averaged out and the way that he calculated like 1 through 32 in terms of how quarterbacks did was based off fantasy points, which isn't always fair. But I kind of went through and looked at how these numbers compared to other quarterbacks. And for the most part, so in terms of fantasy, he was the 12th best quarterback in the NFL with these stats. And for the most part, when you go through, he was pretty much the 12th best quarterback in the average of all of these stats as well. And you guys are leaving this on the table.
I mean, I think that again, that's 9 and 8 and missing the playoffs.
No,
Like,
it's worse in my
You
opinion.
do, huh? That's just so much better than last
So
year.
then, do you think that Mike
it's 8 and
Clay
9.
and projections are just not as high for everyone? Because do you think the 12th best quarterback would actually have better stats than this?
I don't know.
Because if I would have posed it to you this way, would you, if Russ is the 12th best quarterback, kind of on average of all the stats, would you take that?
Yes.
I think you're kind
I
of in
would take it,
purgatory.
and
I think that's
that in a
I think that's
heartbeat.
better than what you expect from him, and in that way you'd be tempted. But I don't think that's enough to say like Russ is back. We're good to go.
I mean, it's what we've talked about. Derek Carr. Derek Carr, we call like the 12th best quarterback kind of on a year in, year out basis. And for Russ to go from a bottom 5 quarterback last year to the 12th best quarterback in the NFL, that's just a massive jump where I don't think at next offseason we're talking about, well, this is peak Russ. Do you have to move on? Can you do something else? I think you're talking about Sean Payton just jumped him 15 spots. Can he jump him another 5 and make him a top 7 quarterback? Absolutely he can.
Yeah. Yeah, I just can't get past the 24-11.
That's
it's
fair.
so underwhelming.
It's fair.
What did Kirk Cousins do last year? Touchdown to interception.
Those would be big numbers.
I think Kirk had like statistically a down year last year, actually. The average, I think Kirk has definitely achieved that or gone over that. 29 and 14.
Similar ratio.
Yeah.
I'd rather have the 5 more touchdowns and 4 more interceptions.
Yeah, 3 more interceptions.
3 more interceptions.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't disagree with you on that.
Yeah.
And
Russell's career average is 28-9.
so let's look at that. Do you guys know the definition of restoration?
Taking something that has worn and bringing it back to new condition.
Pretty damn
It's
good.
like cars.
The action
thinking
of
cars.
returning something to a former owner, place, or condition. So in this, it's the action of returning something to a former condition. So you just gave us Russ's average throughout his career, but Russ, by saying restoration season, is saying throw last year out because I'm getting rid of that one. I'm restoring myself to what I was in my first 10 years in my career. That would mean, and I'll put this on an average of 17 games. If he plays 17 games. So it gives him a little bump because for the most part, those seasons he played were all 16-game seasons. So he would average this year, if he played all 17 games, 65% completion based off what he's did for a decade before last year. 3,900 passing yards, actually 13 shy of 4,000. 31 passing touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 101 passer rating.
Yeah, that would be restoration.
That's it right there. And again, this isn't
But what's
based off,
crazy is that's averages.
yeah.
If he did
Yes.
that, we would be blown away.
Yep, 100%. And that's the average. That's
Yes.
why, like, it's not that crazy to think he could have that season with potential. Well, not potentially. The best offensive coach he's ever had. Maybe Pete Carroll's truly the best coach he's ever going to have. But in terms of offensive coach, Sean Payton is that. To say 31 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, oh my gosh, that's a dream. No one is turning that down, right?
Yeah, I mean, it would, like I said, our minds would be blown.
Yeah.
For him to have an average season for his career.
Yes.
Especially because it's not just last year that's on our mind, it's the last 6 years that's on our mind.
Right.
So our bar is actually pretty low.
Incredibly low.
I mean, like I said, 28-13, we would be like, this
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah. 24-11, the one you turned down, would be the best year a quarterback's had in Denver since Peyton Manning in 2014.
Yep. Yeah.
And you turned that down.
Turned it down.
It's because of what Russ has done.
But it is crazy. For him to have an average career season, we
Yep.
would be doing backflips in the studio.
And it
Yeah.
shouldn't be that tough for him to do, except we have the past 12 months on our mind.
So one of the things that I don't think has been talked about enough is how much Russ struggled to get through the progressions of the Nathaniel Hackett offense.
Yeah.
And who knows exactly what that is. But one thing we never said about Russell Wilson before this, or certainly not nearly as much with Pete Carroll, was he really struggles to get through his progressions. Mm-hmm. And the question is, can Sean Payton just get him back to a place where he's comfortable with the progressions?
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's like second nature to him. Rather than last year where it was very clear he's like bouncing in the pocket, looking
Yeah.
left, looking right,
Yeah.
not knowing where to go. If he can just get back to bang, bang, bang,
Yep.
that could change everything.
And that's why I think play action and getting him on the run is going to be so key for that. You don't want to have to split up the field when you start a play saying he's really only going to be looking at half the field. But Russ did that for a decade for the most part, and he was very successful at it. So ideally, do you want that? No, you want a guy like Tom Brady, Peyton Manning that can dissect the whole field. But Russ has been successful doing this because he also has the ability to run. And that just opens up that much more of the field. So when you are slicing the field in half by doing the play action and pretty much have him looking at just the right or the left side, you're also giving him that option to run, which Peyton and Tom don't have. So they have to be able to read the entire field. So I think that it's not ideal, but that's what he's got to get back to. And I think that's something that Sean Payton's going to say, well, no shit. Yeah, of course we're going to do that.
And pushing the tempo. Because, again, that's worked well for us in the past. Sean Payton likes to do it. And if you push the tempo, I mean, the coach in your ear doesn't get cut till 15 seconds left on the play clock. So you get to go up to the line and have the coach say, hey, look at that safety over there. Looks like he's coming, doesn't it? And maybe that's where it gets cut. But just getting that quick little bit in could go a long way when you have a coach who's really struggling to, or a quarterback who's really struggling to put things together out there.
Do you think that the coach ever gets cut off and like, I don't know, it reminds me of like a movie or something where they're like trying to like say their last words, but it doesn't get in. They're like, hey, make sure you watch out for the. And the quarterback's like, oh God, what?
I think it's in Ocean's 11. Have you guys seen the movie? Of
course.
When it's like a heist and they're planning this, and right before they start, right before one of the persons goes off to do his jobs, I think Brad Pitt's talking to him and he's giving him a couple of tips to Matt Damon, and he says, "But whatever you do." Don't under any circumstance, and then he gets cut off, and then he's like, "What?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, I'm sure that happens though in the helmet."
That's funny. I'd never thought about that.
Yeah.
Also, a random side question: when you think of restoring something, what's the first item that comes to your mind?
Car.
Oh, I would think like a video game. Like my video game just shut down. Let me turn it back on. Let me restore it.
That's
Mine's,
really interesting. Mine was car as well.
Oh,
Mine's Rust-Oleum.
That's not an. I'm talking about
It's
what are you
what?
thinking about restoring?
Oh, you said what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you said restore? And I'm like, Rust-Oleum.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
I actually think of Russ. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. Like, how do we restorate this?
Need to restore it.
Wow.
Oh, restoring leather.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
leather.
Restoring rust.
I just don't have enough leather. I haven't thought about leather in weeks.
Actually thought about it. I literally thought about leather yesterday. It's very random.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the last time I thought about leather. I think it actually was yesterday too. I was looking at my skin and I was like, I need to put on some lotion. It's looking a little leathery.
You're not gonna have to worry about that this afternoon, though. We're about to get another crazy storm, I think.
Yeah, especially so we have a kickball game at 6:45 tonight, and I looked at the forecast. It's literally supposed to rain from 1 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I don't think we're playing kickball tonight, guys. Of course, Lindsay's like, oh, you weren't there when we played in the pouring rain.
Yeah.
I'm like, and
Calling
I
you
won't
a
be.
wimp.
I won't be there this week if we're playing in the pouring rain.
No, it's fun
I
to.
saw Red Rocks last night. I'm not trying to be in that situation.
Oh yikes! I didn't see any, so it looked bad. I just saw a headline.
I'm not kidding you when I say it looked like some shit out of like Armageddon.
Oh my gosh! And there's no
that's
place. There's like
Yeah,
No,
that's-
Armageddon's when the
End of the world.
okay, so anything could be the end of the world.
yeah.
Oh, what's that movie called?
Armageddon?
The Day After Tomorrow. That's what it looks like.
Oh yeah.
There was literally waterfalls of hail going down the stairs.
Oof.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying.
And like 80 people were treated for injuries, 7 taken to the hospital.
Holy
It
cow!
was,
I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, and there's like crazy like horror stories coming out of it where like the workers of the concession stands wouldn't let people come into the concessions to like protect themselves, which is insanely
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
People were breaking bones. They said it was like tennis ball sized hail at Red Rocks.
Oh my gosh.
I saw the
that's
broken bones. I
awful.
thought that was more likely to be from someone like slipping.
Falling.
I mean, it's a tennis ball sized piece of ice falling from the sky.
Yeah, it could definitely break your bone if it.
I think it was tennis ball. I should double check.
that could like. No wonder people went to the
Could
hospital.
kill
Yeah,
you.
it was like 80 people needed medical attention.
Jeez, that's
90.
brutal.
90 people injured by tennis
Well,
ball
and the
sized
other
hail
thing
at
I was
Red
thinking
Rocks.
was everyone's like windshields and stuff were shattered.
Oh,
So like,
yeah.
how would you drive away?
That's really true. It's a good point. And there's just
Maybe
there's
on
very
fire, too.
little protection there. Oh my gosh.
I'll take a picture of that later.
Oh my gosh. Should we hop
Hope
into the
it's still
comment
there.
section?
Last thing on this, I feel like Red Rocks needs to make one of those upper parking lots a covered lot, so that if something like this happens, everyone
Right.
can just run to the covered lot.
Or maybe we should just put a roof on it.
No. Can't
That's
put a
how I
roof
feel
on
about
Red
the damn
Rocks.
Broncos stadium. That's how I feel.
Fair. There will probably be something changed about Red Rocks after this.
Yeah.
You'd have to think so.
Yes.
No
Dang.
more hail.
All right, comment section.
Ooh, hail melters.
Hail melters.
Big things. You can put them inside the rock. They pop up. Just, I don't know,
Like
microwaves,
laser beams.
radio waves, something.
Seems safe.
What are the things that destroy rockets when like a rocket's being shot at you and the
Oh,
company?
missile
counter
defense
missile?
system.
Yeah. It'd be
yeah.
that.
Star
hail,
Wars.
hail
Counter
defense system.
Yeah, use that like I don't know.
Just fire just coming from the rocks whenever it hails.
I bet whoever
you
came up
actu-
with that system has only sold one of them ever. I guess there's a couple other countries the U.S. would sell it to. So like they're looking for business. Like Red Rocks have all the power just to say like, hey, we just want this. Let's have it.
Last thing here. You're against the retractable roof too, right?
Oh yeah, it's the same thing. Might as well put a roof on it. Retractable just means there's like a little.
I don't
center
think
up in
I
the
would be
middle.
against it if Red Rocks just had a thing that could just. It's not like metal. It's more of just like a tarp that can just go from rock to rock and cover.
Wouldn't tennis
For inclement weather.
tennis ball size hail rip through that?
I mean, that's like a once in a lifetime occurrence.
You would think,
But it
yeah.
would probably protect it long enough for people to get.
To get, yeah,
To
that's
the
true.
concessions.
That's true. Yeah, where they're not let in.
I was also thinking, I don't know if they use this. I've been, not a flex, kind of a flex. I've been backstage at Red Rocks.
That's
Wow.
a flex.
Under
He knew what he was doing.
the stage is like a gigantic tunnel that spans a very long distance.
Yeah.
They could have fit thousands of people in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn. Or underneath the stage, like because the stage is protected.
On the stage.
Yeah, on the stage. Yeah, exactly. Dang. Red Rocks is gonna be rethinking some stuff. Hope
Yes.
everyone's okay.
Me
Yes.
too. Otherwise, this was not funny.
No,
Yes.
exactly. Really quick before you hop in the comment section, hit us with a thumbs up. We'd really appreciate
yes.
it. The comment section's been popping off, but the like section has not been popping off.
Crazy.
And
True.
we really do appreciate all of the reviews on podcasts and Spotify and anywhere you listen to podcasts. So please hit us with a 5-star review. Let's drown some of those haters out and just know that we really appreciate it. Okay, comment section over at thednvr.com. The count says, I remember our K talking about a playoff game that he just can't remember while having a late night session with the Broncos box scores and a barrel of good wine last night. I came across a game that seems to have no resonance in my aged brain. It was New Year's Eve 2000, which is maybe why I'm foggy on this one. Shannon Sharp had 73 yards and a touchdown too, but the problem is he was playing for the stupid Ravens, and the Broncos lost miserably 21-3 as Jamal Lewis gashed his way to 2 touchdowns and 100-plus yards on the
Lewis.
ground. Neither of the Broncos bean huckers that played that day could lean the orange and blue to victory. Can you name them both? Love the
Okay.
count.
What year was it again?
2000.
It was New Year's Eve 2000, so barely 2000.
No, the opposite, right?
Or was it?
New Year's Eve 2000 would be the end of 2000.
I'm gonna
I think
say
Eve would be the year 2000, and then 2001's the next day. If it was New Year's
Yeah,
Day.
exactly. That's what
okay,
I'm saying.
cool. There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
so
Oh, yeah.
it's Brian Greasy,
Okay.
Yep.
and I'm going to say Gus Farrat.
Oh,
Are you confident in that,
Decently.
Henry?
Bubby Brister? He must have
No.
been gone by then.
Yeah.
Keep guessing because the internet in this building is not working, at least for me right now.
Wow. I thought that was a hint that he didn't get it right.
Yeah, I did too.
Wow.
Okay, we got you here on the job. So 2000 against the Ravens. Let's see right here. I've actually got it up. It was, yep. Dang, that knocked him to 11-6. Oh, that was a wild card game.
Yeah.
That was a playoff game. Oh, yeah. Like he said, the quarterbacks in this game were Gus Farrat and Jarius Jackson.
Because Greasy was out.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Damn. Well, I'm glad I got the backup quarterback right.
Yeah, yeah, that's impressive. You know who the quarterback for the Ravens was?
Jarius Jackson, I believe, out of Duke.
I don't know.
The Ravens quarterback.
Wait,
Is
what
that
was
too
his name?
Early. Jarius Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
This
so
is
something
maybe
else.
the second most famous Ravens quarterback. No, third most famous Ravens quarterback.
Trent Dilfer.
Yep.
That's
Yep,
crazy.
yep.
That was going to be my guess, and then I thought that might be too early.
Who's
Yeah.
the third most famous Broncos quarterback? I guess Manning probably wins
Russell
now.
Wilson.
Yeah, in front of Tebow.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Jarius Jackson, by the way, went to Notre Dame.
It was a highbrow.
Yeah.
Academic
You're
school.
on the right lines.
There was one Ravens player that attempted a pass attempt. Do you know who it was that game? One.
You mean a non-quarterback?
I don't know if he was a quarterback or not. Let me check.
I mean, it must have been a quarterback.
It had to have been a
No, it was a
quarterback.
quarterback. It was another quarterback
Wait.
attempted one pass attempt.
We just
Oh,
talked.
just one pass
Yeah,
attempt.
just one.
Oh.
Another one besides Trent Dilfer for
Okay.
that one game.
Baby Joe Flacco.
Kyle Bowler.
Tony Banks.
Wouldn't have gotten that one.
Yeah, no. Arvada Luke says, sirs, as the official self-approved diehard representative or self-appointed diehard representative of the Arvada metro area, we are definitely not a Fort Collins metro area city. Absolutely
Wait, we didn't
Denver.
say that.
But if not, certainly Boulder. No, we didn't say that. Everyone apparently in Colorado outside of the Springs is in Denver metro area.
But we specifically said Arvada would be part of the Denver metro.
Exactly. It definitely would be. He says,
We might not have.
I said we wouldn't. I'm just okay if it's just Denver, but
No,
they
didn't
would
you
be
say
included.
like, yeah, it's gonna
think
be
that's kind of-
Denver,
Yeah.
Arvada,
Yeah.
Aurora, or maybe you said
Yeah.
Aurora.
I think
No,
it was.
I think I said both.
Yeah.
Well, I meant both.
Thornton.
Why?
Yeah, Westminster, and then you were like, no, Westminster would be more Boulder.
Yep, Westminster.
I think Denver and Aurora should be the real Twin Cities, not up in Minnesota. What do you think of that?
Why
I don't think we
Aurora?
want to be twins with Aurora.
I don't think so either. But if we're just going by like the numbers and stuff, I'm pretty sure like Aurora's like the same size as St. Paul, and I think Denver's bigger than Minneapolis.
Really?
Interesting.
I thought they
What about
both had,
like Dallas,
downtowns.
Fort Worth?
Dallas, Fort Worth.
Yeah,
Should they be the Twin Cities?
Yeah, probably.
No, I know almost nothing about Fort Worth, but I would guess that yes, they should.
Yeah.
Be. Well, I mean, I don't know.
I know nothing too, but I'm going to learn a lot because we're going there for game one.
Oh,
that's right.
Game 1 of Buffs.
Yep.
That'll be sick. Okay. I was going to say speaking of, but not right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Arvada Luke says, my fellow, just stay tuned to something.
Yeah.
My fellow Arvadans, first hit the like button. There we go. Then identify yourself in the chat. Show that Arvada love. Let's see if there's any Arvada love right now. I would like to suggest a draft. Top 5 biggest mistakes made in Broncos history. I'm talking things you take back or get a do-over. Hindsight 2023. There's some really strong
Is it a draft or a
candidates
top 5?
and decent. He says drafting our top 5 biggest mistakes.
Oh, that works.
There are some really strong candidates and decent parody, in my opinion. Love the Count retrospective segment of the pod. Keep them coming.
Natani Moody.
Let me ask you something.
Wow, that would be top 5.
I mean,
Damn.
If I didn't
Top
give,
15 when he
No.
get all the way in there.
if I took away GPS from you right now and said drive to Arvada, would you get there?
Oh, I have no idea which way it is.
I always get Arvada and Aurora confused, so I'm hitting one of them.
Well, Aurora's that way.
I know Aurora. I know Aurora.
Then I know how to get to Arvada. I know, I just always get confused by
Aurora,
them.
you just get on Colfax and drive east. You'll get there.
Yeah, it's very true. And then Arvada, yeah, you just go kind of toward Boulder.
From here towards Boulder, I think you'd hit Arvada.
Yeah, exactly.
You can also
yeah.
just go Lakewood and then north, and you're good.
Oh, that would work
if you want to
too.
take an L shape.
You mean you go mountains, then turn north?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I have
Oh.
spent my whole life getting Arvada and Aurora confused.
Thank you, finally.
Also, I figured out why Minneapolis and St. Paul
Also,
are the Twin
Lafayette
Cities.
and Longmont. That's a tough one.
Yeah, I don't know where either of
Longmont,
those are.
Loveland, because they're also kind of
They
in the
are,
same
so yeah, it's
direction.
all kind of
yeah, it's
in a-
messed up.
I'm utterly like in shock that you guys don't know where like the cities.
No, I know where they are. They're just. It takes like a second for
Yeah.
my brain to be like, which one
Yeah.
is that? Okay, yeah.
Nobody's ever
Like
told me to go to
Westminster,
Arvada
I know where
before.
it is.
Um,
Henry, go to Arvada today.
it's shit. Now here we are.
There's a really cool restaurant there.
What is it?
It's called Schoolhouse Kitchen.
Oh, I've heard good things.
like school
yeah.
lunch type food.
Yeah, like
It's like
Schoolhouse Rock.
Square pizza.
It's very school. Yeah, those sort of things. You can get like an elevated PB&J.
I don't need elevated.
No, it just has homemade peanut butter and homemade jelly and homemade
Oh.
bread.
Oh, wow.
But the Twin
Sounds
Cities, it's because they're basically the same size. So Minneapolis, 425,000. St. Paul, 307,000. But Denver's 711,000, and Aurora's 389,000.
So not twins at all.
So
actually,
Aurora is like the same size as both of those other two,
right.
but it's more of like a little brother, not a twin. Or like, I
Right.
don't know, fraternal twin,
So
smaller twin.
Aurora is the little brother of Denver. It's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can roll with that.
Just like Fort Collins is a little brother of Boulder.
Actually, would Fort Collins be bigger? Check
Oh,
that,
like
Hank.
enemy.
Fact check him.
Boulder.
As he's fact checking him, the count says, I love Arvada's
you-
draft idea. Also, never forget that Roy Halladay is from Arvada, so that city can lay claim to a first ballot Hall of Famer who earned 2 Cy Young Awards, tossed a perfect game, as well as a postseason no-hitter. Arvada legend. Rest in peace, Doc.
I'll never forget the postseason no-hitter.
Yeah, pretty incredible.
Yep.
As good as it gets. What do we have?
Boulder, 104,000. Fort Collins, 168,000.
Oh, wah,
Wait, I thought we were
wah,
talking about the
wah.
record in the football series. Can you Google that one?
I'm surprised you don't know that one. Also, Missoula, 75,000 for reference.
I think it's 67, 22, and 1.
67, 20. Let's see if he's right. Hank, look that up. I'm sure you know that.
If it's not it, it's close.
In September, it's going to be 67, 23, and 1.
I don't know.
In
67, 22, and 2.
half
Off
a
by
game
one tie.
Off, damn.
Off by one tie.
Wait, if you're off by one tie, is that you're off by half a game or you're off by a quarter of a game?
That's tough.
in terms of,
You know what I mean? Like
it's half a game.
it's half a game.
So there was one tie in 1906 and one in 1920. Which did you forget?
The 1906 one got me.
yeah, 0-0.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
It's a
Could you
forgettable
imagine?
game.
A thriller.
Could you imagine that game? Oh, that would be awful. Bronc Oiler says, "Hey guys, I'm beyond stoked, and I just purchased tickets to the home opener against the Raiders last night, and I'm stoked to visit Denver for the first time and see my first live Broncos game. Do you guys know if there'll be a DNVR tailgate for that week? Regardless, I'm looking forward to visiting the bar, maybe meeting you guys, and crushing a couple RK specials. Cheers."
Which game?
Raider
Week
game.
1, Raiders.
Oh yeah, there'll be
Yeah, there will.
there'll be a tailgate for every game. Also, did he already say he has his tickets and everything?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Never mind then.
Do you have something to tell people?
We are working on putting together a package for people who want to travel out here for the week 1 game.
Oh, so stay tuned.
Yes.
Where it might include a lot of things.
Yes.
I love that. I love that. And on our way out, as Jose says, happy birthday to Champ Bailey, who leads the NFL in all-time pass breakups, first ballot Hall of Famer, Broncos Ring of Famer, and the number 24 should be retired for him.
Yeah.
I'm against retiring numbers, but I like the
For
sentiment.
first ballot Hall of Famers?
Oh.
I did say if there was going to be a rule, that should be the one.
Yeah, it should be. Was that like a nursery rhyme happy birthday song?
On our computer, I think for Hank when he was
Okay,
Oh,
no.
how
I did
cute.
jump, though. I was like, I thought there was an ice cream
How
truck.
cute.
Hank definitely looked like a
It was coming from inside.
Like,
I was really confused what that sounded.
Champ
I was sure
Bailey
it was an
might
ice
have-
cream truck, but I thought like, oh, is this like a joke? Somebody's coming through the door with ice cream.
That would be
for us?
dope.
It would be.
Champ Bailey might have an unbreakable record because teams just don't throw at good corners anymore.
That's really true.
Ooh.
It's really you got to be was it Trayvon Diggs, where you're good enough to get interceptions, but you're bad enough to get beat all the time when
Yep.
they throw to you.
Yep.
And for great elite corners, they just don't throw.
Tim Patrick smoked Trayvon Diggs.
Yep, a lot of
Yeah.
people have smoked Trayvon Diggs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he has gotten some interceptions.
And he gets him back. Yeah, he's
Yep.
got great ball skills.
Do you think Pastor Tan is getting his number 2 retired?
All right, we're going to wrap
Only
there.
if the Lord can help him.
We will see you guys
Tan.
tomorrow for the last show of the week on the DNVR Broncos podcast. See you later.